saying, "Girl, you on fire." Yes, indeed, I am. I'm just so full of, information and, on my spiritual journey, just learning so much about myself that I just, just want to share. That's all. I can't see myself, being in this life and coming to information, gaining knowledge, and I share it. Just go out and take it with me. And many people do that. They all about, me, and the hell with everybody else. But I know that he that is in me is greater than he that is in the world. I'm here for a far greater purpose than just me trying to gain things and which is going to tie me down to this world. And, I'm not going to really, prosper, shall I say, inwardly. Because I'm too busy being selfish, thinking about myself. So anyway, before I get started, I want to give all honor to the Most High God, source of all things, source within, family. I thank you, like I said, once again for checking back in with your sister. This video right here, I want to speak about how many of you might be, you know, even though many of you might have, grew up in church like your sister, because I was raised as a Baptist, so I do know the word for myself, and even though I was going to church, for me, for me, okay, I was still questioning, and of course I was told it ain't good to question, but like I said, at the end of the day, the word has been rewritten, rewritten, rewritten. But there's still a lot of jewels in it. Okay, when you're seeking, so shall you find. And but really, when you start to question, that's when things starts to happen. Okay, when you start to question certain things, saying seek, but then you also hear people saying, well, yeah, but you shouldn't question God. You shouldn't question certain things, and you're not really questioning God. You're questioning what's written. If it's saying one thing here, and then you look here, like Christ said, the things that I can do, will be able to do also, and for the greater things. But then you say it's here, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and then you read here talking about, let the eye be single, and you're like, the eye be single, what eye you talking about? I have my two carnal eyes, what eye are you talking about? Unless you start to really question, and you start doing your homework research, you find out, it's more to this, somebody is trying to tell somebody something, and even though it has been rewritten, still, if you have really eyes to see, and you start to questioning things, it make you really want to do your homework. It really makes you want to do your homework, and it also let you know that you're coming out of being brainwashed too. Something is clicking within you to where you're like, hold up now, I want the truth. I want the truth. And this word is saying there's more to me. Well, I want to see it. And that's the problem. We don't question anything. We just take everything as face value. People are questioning um, things that don't make sense to them, things that they find as contradictory to the word. Okay, and like I said, there's truly a power that's really trying to throw a lot of people off, trying to keep people from waking up, trying to keep people from coming to their own divine knowingness. Okay, connecting with source. Okay, just trying to keep people in the dark for whatever reason. And I remember, reading in the word, and I forgot where it is in the word. I have to find it, but I remember it plain as day. Because I grew up in church. I remember reading it, multiple times, where it speak about the lion shall lay down with the lamb, or the lamb shall lay down with the lion, and now all of a sudden, it's the wolf. No, the lamb shall lay down with the wolves, and all this mess. I'm like, and everybody talking about, a Mandela effect, and CERN has a lot concern, could have a lot to do with why the change is going on in the word, and it's a whole nother video. But it is changing, timelines. It is changing a lot of things. Okay, but that's why you have to get in the word and get it inside of you. That way, no matter what happens, Even if the word, even if somebody go around just taking the Bible from people, you have the word inside of you, okay, and you can always pull it out, and that's something they cannot take from you. But anyway, still, the point I'm trying to make is, you see how they're trying to throw people off. First, I remember reading it was the lamb should lay down with the lion, or vice versa, and then now it's the lamb should lay down with the wolves, or the wolf should lay down with the lamb. It's one of them. But the point I'm trying to make is there was a change, and people really started to notice that, and really they don't really question it. They don't really question it. I mean, they'll question it, but I wonder, are they having meetings with the pastor, at church, and they're like, what's up with this? What's up with this? They're pretty much looking at it as the power that be done changed the word, supernaturally, But the point is that they're questioning it, but still, like I said, we're definitely living in a time of knowing, and you will only be aware of the changes if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. You're definitely up on it. But a lot of people are so distracted by the cares of this world, they're not up on anything. Okay, it's like they're just brainwashed. They're puppets out here. So anyway, and this video is not to put nobody down. I'm just saying, a lot of people don't question anything. That just seemed to be the no. Don't question it. Don't question it. Just go with the flow. Just be obedient. Don't question nothing. Anyway, this sister had hit me up on Facebook, and I want to read real quick. I'm not going to give her name, okay? Because I always, when people come to me, it's always confidential, and I respect that. So I would never give out any names, okay? But sister, I'm only going to share this message that you had wrote me because it's going to help somebody else, okay? Because they're thinking the same thing. Please note that they're thinking the same thing. So anyway, with this message, she wrote, "Hi, I hope I'm not a bother," which you are not, okay? "Hi, I hope I'm not a bother, just a bit disturbed. There is so much going on in the world right now. You know that people teaching this and that, still seeking for that guidance and direction, was notified on your last video. I think it was about clarity. I realized that people I realized that people awakening to do many different things didn't know that tarot cards were okay to be used or righteous. Please don't think I'm bashing you, just need some clarity on these things. I had started meditating and heard an Hebrew Israelite brother speak about meditating attracts spirits and it's not godly. I'm hurt, sis, just hurt." He had also talked about the third eye opening is demonic. Can you assist me in any way? This is what I wrote back to her. But anyway, this is me writing back, okay? This is me responding. "My sister, many fear what they do not understand. When it comes to meditating, get in the Word and read Psalms 1. Also, get in the Word where it speaks about the third eye. It doesn't say the third eye, but it will say, let thy eye be single. When thy whole body is full of light, how great. I'm sorry. When thy whole body is full of darkness, how great is it?" That's what it's talking about. Many people are not spiritual nor are having any kind of experiences. They just read the word, but still they don't understand it whatsoever. Any, let me see. When I say any, but I meant to say always. Always pray about everything, but don't really worry about what people think. Do what feels right to you and always stay in your heart space. When you're in your heart space, You're when you're in your heart space, you're not judging people. You love them from where they are, and you pray for them, walking in love and compassion, period. Many don't grasp that meaning. Keep your relationship with Source God within that's all that matters. My gifts are my gifts. I really don't have to use tarot cards. They are just a backup tool. That's all. Try not to be bothered by others' people opinion. That's all it is, their opinions. And what they think about you is none of your business. What matter is what you think about you, sis. I've stated before in a lot of my past videos because people have, what do you watch my, and I really don't know why people want to question me because, you see what the title is and everything. You see what the title is in my videos, but you still watch. That's why people shouldn't judge people because the fact that you take the time to click on somebody's video and you see the title, no matter what they're speaking about, you can't judge them when you are watching. If you feel like it's not for you or something that you don't believe in, you shouldn't click on it, period. But a lot of people do it anyway. They just get off on it. Watch my last video anyway. Let me just say this. And I love you, my sister in the spirit, and I thank you for reaching out to me. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to ask me a question. I welcome that. Anybody, I don't have anything to hide. My gifts are my gifts. I'm humble about it. I'm grateful. It feels good to be of service, okay? And that's what you're doing. You're being of service to your brothers and sisters. And also a teacher, because if you have an experience and a testimony, yeah, you're giving back, you're sharing it, you're helping others, to along their way, if they're pretty much at a standstill or if they're in a place of confusion, if they're watching you and see how you overcame a situation, you pretty much are a teacher to them. That's how I want to be looked at, as your sister, as a teacher, pretty much, a spiritual teacher, as far as my experience, okay, my experience. And so I welcome all who may have a question. Your sister is happy to respond to your questions. I don't turn nobody down when it comes to a question. But getting back to crystals and tarot cards, okay? These are tools. They are tools. And many people look at crystals, which are nothing but stone, okay, from the earth. Okay, they're from the earth. And they carry energy, they hold energy, and and they also store information. Okay, especially when you go from hand to hand, it stores a lot of information. But that's a whole nother video. But the point I'm trying to make is I don't worship things. I worship the creator in spirit and in truth. I go within myself because the divine is within me. Okay. I don't worship outwardly. Even the word tells you how a lot of people are hypocrites because they want. A lot of people are hypocrites because they want people to see them, in the act of worship, out here on the streets. But they will have the reward. That's what the word says. But they still are being hypocrites by wanting people to see them. Um, I worship inwardly. Okay, for he that is in me is greater than he that is in the world. I don't have to put on a show. That's what worshiping source in spirit and in truth. You go within yourself. You don't have to be out here like a lot of people running around in the church, um, putting on a show, shall I say, and they're not changing whatsoever. Um, you don't have to do all of that. That's just my opinion. I get full just being still and meditating and praying. But anyway, these are just tools, all right, that I use. Um, because they help me when I'm in meditation. The word speaks about meditation. But here's someone telling the sister that meditation is evil. They conjure up spirits. Well, spirits are around us anyway. Many people just don't have eyes to see them. But anyway, he's not going to tell her that meditation is spoke about in the Word, the same Word that he's trying to preach to her about. I guess he didn't read that part, right? Maybe he read it, he didn't understand what that meant. But yes, Psalms 1 speaks about meditation, and it tells you how to meditate, the proper way. Well, it tells you one of the ways, shall I say. It tells you one of the ways to meditate, day and night, meditating on the word, meditate on good things, thoughts that are honest, pure, and true. Now, they don't say that in Psalms, but it's somewhere in the word. I remember reading it, how it tells you things that you should think about, constantly think of thoughts that are honest, pure, and true. Because we're all constantly creating our reality. Our thoughts are energy, and when you're thinking negative, 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 you're going to attract negative, negative to you. Okay? A lot of people want to complain when the negative, negative, negative is coming to them, but you manifest it because you like it, you indulge in it. You're not trying to renew your mind. You're not trying to change. But anyway, that's a whole other video. But this is just a tool. I don't worship it. Okay, I just utilize it for what it is. It's just a tool. Tarot card is just a tool. Okay, uh, when even though I might have this inner knowing, when I'm using tarot cards, or I might be using a pendulum, which is a chain that has a quart crystal on the end, that my energy that's flowing through me help navigates the tarot cards, which lets me know when to stop, which also controls the pendulum that I'm holding. Um, this is how also I receive a lot of my answers that way too. But I can also go within myself. My body is crystalline. It's a crystalline. I can't use. I don't know what word to use, but my body to me is also like a crystal tool as well. There's energy that flows through me, and it's been flowing through me since after I hit a Kundalini. This energy has stayed with me, and I feel it flowing through my body like this, and it's like automatically. I go into a trance, and a lot of times my body just be rocking, and I can't control it. But I move in a certain way where I get a response for yes and a response for no. And are there times that I can be off? I probably say maybe out of 1 out of 10. I probably say 8 out of 10 to keep it real with you. And a lot of times this happen is when I'm not being clear about the question that I'm asking. A lot of times I can be off, or if I haven't like fully surround myself with light, I could be deceived by the answers that I'm getting because I didn't guard myself. And that can happen to any of us. That's why it's good before you do any kind of meditation. Always guard yourself with light. That way, nothing can come within your space and manipulate. I'm sorry, manipulate you by giving you false reading, give you false answers. Okay, and that can happen with anybody. Okay, that can happen with anybody. It's just a matter of knowledge. Knowledge is power. Having an experience is power because you can talk about it, versus not having no experience at all and just doing a whole lot of lip service. I'm always speaking from my experience. A lot of people don't know about these organs. They have a sister had gave me this. Um, Thank you, Miss Jill. I've already given you a shout out. I'm gonna give you another shout out. A lot of you, we've been like sisters in the spirit, like over a year. We always keep in touch. Some people are just very sincere. When they cross your path, they, it's like you just spiritual um, brothers and sisters for life. You love each other. You respect each other, and you love each other, and you're always supporting each other. And that's what it's all about. Because where there's love, there's no competition. But anyway, she had given me this. She makes them, and it's an Oregon device, and they're very powerful tools. But somebody else who knows nothing about this, because before I didn't know anything about it, but for somebody else who don't know anything about this, they would think this right here is evil to have. And this has a lot of, um, you know, um, stones in it, like crystals, copper. Um, it has a lot of metal, also conductor metal in it, crystal, copper. Um, some of them can have silver in them. You name it. But it's awesome. It also keep negative energy away. Like I said before, I didn't know anything about these, but they work. Yes, indeed, they work. And they also have a lot of healing properties. I didn't know that. One day I was coughing, and I had like a coughing, spell. I woke up in the middle of the night, I was just coughing, coughing, coughing. And actually, I did have a cold, but all of a sudden, you know how your body get overheated and start coughing. So I had placed this, and I don't know if Miss Jill watching, but I'm going to let her know this. I had placed this by my throat. It's like something just said, put, place it by your throat, because that's something I normally would not do. So I placed this by my throat, and I was just coughing. My body got overheated, and I probably said less than 5 minutes. I stopped coughing. I stopped coughing and then coughed the rest of the night. So whatever it was doing, the energy that was coming off of this, I tell you, it put that coughing in check. I didn't even have to take coughing medicine for it. So it definitely have healing properties as well. You put it outside, and those so-called you put it outside, and those so-called chemtrails are out there. Before you know it, they just fade out. They just, a lot of times on chemtrails, when they are over your home and you see them, they sit there for a long time. But these right here will knock them out. I'm telling you, they will knock them out. And it's also good to promote positive energy in your home. Okay? Do your homework, family. Um, Google it or go on YouTube and type in Oregon. Okay? Do your homework, and I advise anybody to get you one. Or ask me about Sister Jill. She sells them. She has all kinds. They're beautiful. But anyway, because I'm gonna buy one from her also. I want a bigger one, because she makes all kinds. Even some of them has like lights inside of them. They are beautiful. But anyway, um, these are just tools, family. They are just tools, and they are tools to help us. Okay, but I don't worship them. That's the thing. I don't worship them, and it don't have to be things. People worship people. Okay, let's talk about that. They worship people because they're too busy looking outside of themselves. Okay, seeing something in somebody else, they don't seeing things in somebody else that they don't see in themselves. That's why celebrities are easily to be worshipped because, um, you know, they have money, and money is energy. Okay, and this is what draw people to them. It's that energy of money. Okay, that backs them up. Okay, that magnifies them, shall I say? That draws people to them. It's just money. Other than that, people would not be drawn to them. They normally would not be drawn to them. Okay, so let's just be honest. They will not be drawn to them. But that money is what pulls people. That money is what brings them the fans. Okay, people just like to be around people who has money, because money, can change people's lives. Money can, take you places you've never been before. Money can really solve a lot of your problems. But what money cannot do is fill you on the inside. What money cannot do is allow you to connect with the source. Okay, what money cannot do, all right, is fill you within. That's that's something right there that only God can do. Okay, money will not fully make you be happy. Because once you get it, it's no big deal to you. But okay, it's like a temporal high. Once you get it, that's why a lot of these celebrities they're never really happy. They put on a fake smile. The more money you get, the more problems. It goes on and on. A lot of them stand out these big old mansions, and we know that don't nobody need all that kind of space. And think about it, they're living in them, but they're not cleaning them. They pay people to clean them. So they let you know right there. If you gotta pay somebody to clean your home, that home is too big for you. Okay, if it just put you in that lazy state. But anyway, this video is not about the celebrities. Much love to them. Okay, may they spend their money wisely and give back abundantly. Okay, this video is not about celebrities. I'm just saying, people, it doesn't have to be tools. Okay, it can just be people also. But as far as people, worshiping, but these so-called devices like tarot cards and crystals, they are tools, but people, you know, um, who are not in this walk that I'm in, who are not in this walk that you're in, okay, this spiritual walk, they don't understand. They don't understand, so that's why, you know, um, they just see everything as demonic, evil, satanic. Now, there are some things I just don't touch, to be honest with you. There are just some things I just don't touch, but that's just me, you know. Um, I don't have to do other things, Like I said, I'm connected with the divine that is within me. I can retrieve my information even without a tarot card, even without crystals, but I choose to use them because they do help. They do help me as far as thoroughly getting more in-depth information. They do help me, and especially with the crystals, they help me also to tap in certain dimensions and just put me in this state. Like this is um, the rose quartz crystal right here, just dealing with the heart. I mean, this right here just helps me, healing me within, because crystals do heal. You get the right crystal, you get the right healing. This is really good right here. Like I said, they're just tools, family. They're just tools, that's all. But like I said, people fear what they don't understand. And according to the word, it is in there. My people perish from a lack of knowledge. So if people just reading the word, you would think that they still wouldn't perish. It's a lot of people in church, they're still perishing. They go in, they get the word, and they come out fussing and cussing and talking about each other. I've witnessed this myself, you know. So they're still going to church and they're still lacking knowledge. They are still going to church and they are still lacking knowledge, you know, um, because that's the only information that they are getting, but it's so much more. There's so much scriptures that was taken out of the word, and people are not getting it, Um, make you wonder why. It makes you wonder why. Somebody don't want somebody to receive information, okay? You want everybody dumbed down, puppets. Do what I say. Don't ask me any questions. You just physical. There's no more to you. When you die, that's it. Really? That's not what I see on the inside of me. I see a whole nother existence going on in the present. Not when I pass on. No, I see a whole lot of things going on in the now. In the now, and there are layers to it. There are dimensions to it. But everything is going on in the now. But you know what? The pastor ain't gonna tell you that, and he might know it. If he spiritually has awakened here, he might know that. And even if he do, they're not gonna tell the congregation this. Maybe some of them do. You know, maybe these smaller churches, maybe some of them do, but these big mega churches, and they're being filmed on TV, they're not gonna put that information out there. They take it to a whole another level. They take it to a whole another level. But anyway, I'm through talking. Um, there's nothing wrong with questioning, family. If you're watching anybody videos that you're really cool with and got a big platform and they're speaking about things that you don't understand, question it. Ask a question. If they have a problem with you asking a question, well, maybe you shouldn't be watching them. Peace and love to you. Remember, there's nothing new under the sun. If a person have a problem with you asking them a question, now if they have put the information out there on the video and you just so happen that you didn't have ears to hear because you overlooked it because you're too busy being distracted, that's one thing. But if they have not covered something and you ask a question, I see no problem with them answering it. But that's just me.